Hey everybody, it's Tim again, and today we are looking at NECA's highly anticipated Frankenstein accessory set. Of course, these guys have been just killing it over the last year or so with their Universal Monsters line, starting with Frankenstein, then I believe we got the Wolfman next, and then the Mummy. Then, of course, we have Dracula in Bela Lugosi's likeness coming up here soon, so I'll be reviewing that when it comes out, but man, I tell you, as a monster kid, as somebody who grew up on Saturday afternoons and Saturday nights late with Horror Incorporated, watching these great monsters come to life through the likes of Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney Jr. and Bela Lugosi, this is just an absolute dream. It's one great thing to get the actual figures. It's even better to get the accessory sets. Now here's a look at the back of the packaging for NECA's Frankenstein accessory set. Of course, it's Frankenstein's monster. We don't have Colin Clive yet. We don't have Dr. Frankenstein yet, so hopefully that is coming down the line. But I tell you what, in between, this is an awesome accessory to have. As you can see, basically, it's Dr. Frankenstein's lab table, from which he brings the monster, Boris Karloff, to life. So we're going to pop this package open and take a look at Frankenstein's accessory set from NECA. Okay, first of all, we're going to take a look inside at the packaging. Of course, everything is extremely well packaged as usual, per a NECA release. And you had all the brackets and everything in there. And here, of course, is the lab table. Upside down. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, I got everything turned right side up there after an unfortunate lighting situation there. But here are the accessories that I think people are probably most interested in when it comes to this great set from NECA. Here, of course, is the bandaged head, which I think obviously was a must to include. In a perfect world, we're going to get another figure that's entirely bandaged up. I think you're probably going to have to do that yourself, but obviously in this particular instance, this is pretty darn cool. And what I'm going to do here is going to take the Frankenstein figure and prepare him for his little transformation. As you can see, there's the peg hole there. I'm going to pop that right on here. And once I get this lab table set up, Frankenstein's monster is going to find his new home. And voila, here is the completed, assembled Frankenstein accessory set from NECA. Of course, I have the NECA Frankenstein's monster color version that they released. I don't know if it really makes a difference, to be quite honest, if the bandaged head can be used with the black and white version or the color version. I think both will definitely work. It also includes the torch accessory. Of course, without Dwight Fry as Igor, or whatever the name of the character is. I'm sorry, his name is eluding me right now. I don't know if there's really any use for it, but, it's still cool to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prop up this table on the turntable and give you a 360 look at it, along with Frankenstein's monster on the table. Now, you'll also notice in the background behind the Frankenstein's monster and behind the table is an actual background thing that included. It's nice sturdy cardboard included with it. NECA included with that. Obviously, the coils, the big machine that the transmitter, whatever you want to call it, the Tesla balls that brings Frankenstein to life. A nice little touch. If you don't have an actual Frankenstein's diorama to put this thing on. But I'm going to put Frankie on the table and be back in a second. And I'm back. And of course, the name of the torchbearer in Frankenstein is Carl, played by Dwight Fry. Don't want to get that mixed up. Igor, of course, played by Bela Lugosi in Son of Frankenstein. So I'm going to give this a 360 look here. And, I'm loving this piece. What can I say? It is about $40 once all is said and done. Now, of course, if you order it from an online retailer, you're going to have to pay shipping. I paid about $10 along with tax, ran me about $52. But you know what? This is a must-have if you have this Frankenstein figure. And again, let's be honest, there's just not a lot of monster product, Universal Monsters product produced. So I'm really glad that NECA took the initiative to do this. Now, this does not come assembled. You have to assemble this yourself. Some parts are very, very delicate, so be very careful. You can see the little ball thing underneath the table. That actually snapped off when I was putting this together. So I had to get crafty with some super glue to put this together. So again, be very careful. Other than that, it's just, plan on taking a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes to put this all together. Now you're going to see that this has this little towel accessory, some working parts, I guess you could say. But overall, I guess my big wish list from here is just getting some of those ancillary characters, some of your Dr. Frankenstein played by Colin Clive, your Carl, or Fritz, excuse me, he's Carl in Bride of Frankenstein, but Fritz in Frankenstein played by Dwight Fry, the assistant to Dr. Frankenstein in Frankenstein, the 1931 version, starring Boris Karloff. So again, look, this is a must-have if you are a Frankenstein fan. If you're a NECA fan, of course, you know that you're going to get top-notch stuff here. And one more little thing that they threw in, which I think really adds a lot to it, is, and I'm going to stop this, is a little cloth that you can put over Frankenstein. If you want to do that, you can pull it down like so. And whoops. Maybe a little too, there we go, there. And so if you want to cover him up to make him look like, or give the illusion that he's actually all covered up in bandages, that's cool. So overall, you know what? Again, I recommend it. If you're into the Universal Monsters stuff, we got a committed company like NECA putting this stuff out. They already did a mummy accessory set. We're going to have a Dracula accessory set once that figure comes out. That's due in December of 2022, depending on when you watch this video. And that's going to include a coffin and some rodents and some goodies along with that. So keep it coming. I'm hoping that, whatever they want to go with, a Wolfman accessory set is going to be coming down the pike as well. We have more monsters coming. We have the Invisible Man coming. So looking forward to that. So yeah, let's bring it on. What's really great is that I think this is only the second time in the past year now that we've gotten this operating table. If you checked out Jada Next Level's deluxe Frankenstein figure, you got the table with that as well. Of course, the big downfall of that one is you didn't get the bandaged head. Plus, the likeness of Frankenstein is pretty generic. Here, NECA, obviously secured the rights to the Boris Karloff likeness for this. So, if you want as close as you can get to the real deal, NECA is your ticket. So, that's all I have for this review. Again, a NECA Frankenstein accessory set. Again, pick it up. It's just starting to come out. Probably get it quicker with online retailers. Plus, there are some brick and mortar stores you can pick this up as well. Happy toy hunting, and we'll talk next time.